I think for me, the thing about Ryoya is he's the kind of player where you suggest like a DK or a Viper, and he's like snore.
He's not gonna
He
play
will
that.
literally say
Yeah.
snore. You know.
He
And
will.
so it's like when
That's how he sounds.
when you that was a good impression.
Thank you. Thank you.
When you get into this game, he's gonna play what makes him feel like he's got that swiggity swag. You know.
He's a style player.
He's a style
It's all about
player.
them style points. yeah.
Okay.
He prides himself on like these little mechanical things and like laning prowess that he can do that other people can't. Like that's what he prides himself on.
It's funny because
It's not a bad thing. It's just
I don't know if it's like I don't know if I would say that he pride. I know what you mean by that. I don't know if I would say he prides himself on. I think it's more like he's almost OCD about those things. Like it's an impulse. Like he has to do it because I don't remember ever hearing him be like excited to talk. It's just obvious to him.
Yeah.
It's just what his brain focuses on naturally.
All right, so they banned the Chen again this time. Again, meaning that's what they were doing the previous series.
So they're letting the Spectre through.
Almost
Yes.
surely Spectre's going to get picked.
First pick Snapfire.
First pick Spectre.
I think I mean it's just I mean 60% win rate. Can you really go wrong with a hero that's just first phased and has such a high win rate across the whole
Did they
tournament?
ban Sven last time? First phase?
I think so. Yeah.
Wasn't it Snapfire ban?
I think they banned Sven.
Okay.
I think it was the same first two bans. Snap actually got through. I don't think Snap's all that good. I don't know. Yeah, there's a. I mean, it's good against Snap too. Is the thing. Like you just kill her on the back lines. She's a backliner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think it could be set up to get pressure pretty hard with Snapfire 4 position +1. Maybe even a 3 position snap.
But we've talked about it's like pressuring a Spectre is hard. It's pretty hard.
I think people are like just you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you just said.
He knows. Yeah, he
I
knows.
totally agree with you. I could pick up exactly what you're
Somebody
putting down.
is eventually going to realize the counter to Spectre is Sand King. They're eventually going to realize.
Will
I'm still waiting on it.
Be Quincy Crew in this matchup?
I didn't get the
Lelis,
chance to talk to these guys yet, but
he's a big Sand King player, so I would not be surprised if he was the guy.
that is the only offlaner that not only can bully the Spectre in lane, but also has an alternative item than Blink to be an initiator. The Ag Scepter.
Have we seen Quincy Crew play Snapfire as a core?
Let's see. So it's Quinn, Lelis, or Yawar playing it. No, I don't think they would do
Not
that.
Yawar, for sure.
It's not Yawar. Quinn, I don't think so. Quinn's got his pool of heroes. Or Quinn's got a pool of heroes he just will not play.
That is a very SVG-esque hero.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, will they go for the Beastmaster? It usually gets banned, but no. They
Undying
go for
Spectre.
the Undying into the 2 strength heroes, one of which is a Treant Protector, so it automatically, if you want to look for it, you get that one good lane matchup support to support, but they'll probably just do the safe lane Undying Spectre. We have seen, for fun, do some, or Team Zero, excuse me, do some interesting lane setups, but in this case, I believe they'll do some pretty standard stuff. Treant Protector, I don't know. Is there a reason why they would pick it against Spectre? Doesn't really stand out to me
Not
as
that I
like a reason to pick it.
No, you're like usually delaying the game, and Spectre is a hero that loves if you were to actually delay the game.
Yes.
So
Not great tower pushing yet.
possibly setting up for future picks. I would imagine they want this for future picks, and of course the Treant Protector ultimate with the Snapfire ulti is quite nice.
It's like,
Can
but
you haunt
Spectre's-
out of tree ult?
Yes, you can haunt out of anything as long as you're not stunned or silenced.
Okay.
I will say that it's weird to me because Spectre's a natural Manta builder.
Mm-hmm.
Like you always go Manta, unless you're Eternal Envy, which we saw the Blade Mail Radiance into Octarine Core.
Last time we saw the double root with Underlord,
Oh,
and then
yes.
the triple root with Atos.
Yes, and the 4-staff Void Spirit.
You can only Manta once. Remember that, unless you get Refresher.
You only Yomo.
Yomo. I like that.
Unless you're Envy and you go Refresher second item, which is
It is
within
possible.
his,
Honestly,
Definitely possible.
I remember at one point seeing Eternal Envy on Spectre go. This was like a year or two ago. He went Radiance, Octarine, Refresher on Spectre. No Manta, no other items, just
yeah,
Octarine, Refresher.
sounds like an envy build.
I think they were winning by a lot, and then he lost. And I can't. It must have been his teammates, honestly.
This sounds so personal. It sounds so personal when you say that. I know it is, of course. I don't know why I'm beating around the bush. It's
The Eternal
definitely
Envy is
personal.
just one of those players.
I've been in those pubs.
You know, guys, I am totally the same page with you that the Dota community is far better off for having Eternal Envy in it. But I just don't see how he's top 50.
Oh, you just gonna flat out say
It's
it.
like when I have Eric Dong on my team in a pub, like half the games I'm on his team, he just solo carries the game.
Yeah, it's great having him.
And when I'm on Eternal Envy's team, like half the games, like I forgot his heroes in the game.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
Well, if you have his voice muted, you forget he's in the game. Otherwise, you're gonna remember.
Yeah. I guess that's a good way to remind myself. I also may have forgotten what it's like to play with Eternal Envy since he hasn't played a pub in like a month.
I think he's
Team
played.
fight tactics. That
I think
gets his fingers warmed up at least.
I think he's played on his Smurf a fair bit.
You
in
think
the
so?
last couple of weeks. Yeah, because I can tell his Smurf's down in the dumps where I am right now. So I've actually had the pleasure of playing with him a couple of times, which is great. Smurf,
It's
Smurf
a
on
pleasure.
your team. Yeah, Smurf on your team. I don't care.
That's true. If I had Eternal Envy on a rank 300 account or whatever, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
definitely call that a value teammate.
I appreciate that. 300 is pretty high. I'd said down in the dumps. I do appreciate that.
I thought that's about what you were referring to.
Oh,
I will say the quality of games in NA drops pretty steeply pretty quick.
it does.
Like out of the top 1 or 200, it
does.
gets pretty steep.
Yeah, very depressing.
All right, we got the
Yeah.
PLAM Beastmaster Slaughter out.
Oh, the
All right.
Marana.
We saw a lot of success yesterday. Well, a lot by that I mean one game of success with Marana.
I'm surprised we don't see more Marana in the NA games. She's a very popular pick in the pubs, and she goes well with Spectre. It's like this. You just always have the vision advantage because Spectre Haunt, the Marana Invis, she's going to be paired well with any stunner. We're looking at Sand King. We're looking at Mars. Is Mars banned? Mars is banned. I actually think Brax is going to pick Sand King here because it is one of the best Marana pairings.
Huh.
And they go for the Viper.
I'm actually
Okay.
surprised that every time Spectre is first phase picked and Viper isn't, I'm always surprised by
That is
Viper
pretty
not getting
crazy.
second phase ban because it is like the counter to the hero. But
Big Sand King fan here.
yeah, I think Sand King's fairly good too. I mean, these heroes don't really do anything to Sand King in his Sandstorm. Viper walks in and
Any
He's not
hero
gonna
with
buy
innate
dust.
mobility I like versus Viper. Any initiator with innate mobility.
Is there any way to play Marana as a core anymore?
No.
0.
She just doesn't do enough. I think she just does the same job in the game as a core as a support, and she doesn't need a good start to be able to do that job. So she usually gets a pretty good amount of farm. You usually let her farm some dangerous lanes or whatever, but she doesn't need like those early levels of farm. She's not a good enough CSer. She's like a strong laner, but not a good CSer. So I don't think it's like worth putting her in a role that's supposed to get creeps, other than like neutrals.
just going back to the Sand King, the tree ulti also doesn't go through Invis, which is really nice.
Oh, it doesn't anymore?
No.
Oh.
Ooh.
Thank you, Brax. For once, people
Wowee.
believe in the power of the Sand
Yeah,
King.
I'm looking.
They already banned the anti-mage. Continue.
I'm looking through like the list of popular heroes on this patch, and it's like the only one that can play into Viper in the offlane that's good with Marana is like a Sand King.
And then we get some Lifestealer Snore Dotes going here. I love my Sand King versus Lifestealer practice.
Well, look at you.
I
Look at
am very
you.
familiar with the NA region. I pick Sand King. It's either anti-mage or Lifestealer. You get some good practice. I assure you,
Is
Brax
AM banned? Oh, AM is
Yeah,
banned.
I'm telling you, Brax has gotten to play this matchup at least 100 times.
Hmm.
If half of him, however many Sand King games he has divided by 2 is how many times he's played.
I
against
actually
Lifestealer.
don't think the Lifestealer is like that good against Sand King Marana. You can
It
kill him.
It free farms against you, but you don't care about laning against it.
You can kill him too if he's not careful.
Yeah.
If you can burrow into arrow him, especially with a few caustics, if you go for that build.
It was a very good Lifestealer game. They might have given them too good of a Lifestealer game. However, as long as Eternal Envy has a decent start on the Spectre, he can get that Blade Mail Manza BKB.
So-
By the 25-30 minute mark, he's okay.
So what are we looking for on Quincy crew? Because for Team 0, it's a mid, right?
Most likely an offlaner.
So an
I
offlane
guess.
of some sort?
They're projecting a offlane Viper maybe based on that Ember ban,
Hmm.
which is a bit weird. I think it.
Does Lelis
Viper's
play
more of a-
Viper?
I feel like most players can, but
I mean, he has 9,000 ping. So
That's
Viper's,
true.
That
in
is
theory,
perfect.
a good hero to
it's
choose.
not bad actually. Viper is surprisingly like mechanically precise in in regards to like positioning. Like that hero is probably one of the most important positioning heroes in the entire game because his main weakness is that he's 270 move speed.
I feel like for Zero, a Puck or a Queen of Pain. Well, actually, wait a minute.
You're against Viper.
Where's Storm at?
This is the best Razor game in the history of Dota.
Well, Razor.
I know that hero is absolute trash, but it does well in lane,
Mm.
and it's good against Lifestealer. So if you could ever pick Razor, this would be the time.
I feel like they'll probably just go Storm because it's the only Ryoya hero left. That's not boring.
I feel
Queen
like
of Pain.
Razor is very simple, though, right? You don't really need to play that much Razor
Yeah,
to be
but
good
like
with
I
Razor.
said, you're going to propose Razor, and he's just going to say Snore Razor.
Shadow Fiend
But
would.
Brax is just going to
he
ignore
banned
him.
it actually.
Shadow
theory.
Fiend
Shadow
would be
Fiend would
much of a the very Ryoya hero.
Do you like Shadow Fiend here?
I don't mind it. They have
I
very little
like SF.
disable. I actually like it here. It's like a active run around hero. Gives them a bit of extra damage in the mid game, which they do kind of lack, honestly. They have the Sand King and the Marana Arrow, but they need a hero that can just dump it damage
Yeah,
into the
he
hero
can-
that gets that.
100%. Like I totally agree.
I dig the
Keep
SF
in mind,
pick.
they have 5 seconds left, and Team Zero has a full minute and a half.
Pango. Oh man, I really like the SF.
I
now.
am digging the SF proposal from Jenkins here.
Huge SF.
So I don't know if Snapfire will ever be able to afford an Ags, but I mean, this could be a support Pango, right, in theory. So if you get the Ags, Rolling Thunder, we saw the power of that yesterday, the bowling ball.
True. Must be what they're going for. I also like it because you're against Undying. You want, ideally, a melee hero with the Snapfire, but you don't want a strength hero. But it is a relatively weak laner. Like,
they have
this is a
so
first
much
pick
time.
Spectre that, even though it's against Viper, should have a good start.
Yeah, you could get Ryoya. Well, I suppose the problem with Quincy Crew, if you were to pick like a greedy mid, is that Quincy Crew could still put Viper mid.
I don't think they could. No, they're putting the Viper mid, right?
Oh, I feel like it'll be CC
You
and
think
C mid.
it's? I mean, if you put
Quinn-
SF mid, they're not putting Pango mid.
Yeah, well, if they pick SF, it's even I think SF does fine against Viper too. You just double raise.
Well, I'm saying you do
raise the
fine,
rate.
but I'm pretty sure Pango would get demolished.
Pango. Well, you have to ask Luki about that one.
Pango
I
versus
would rather.
who?
I would rather.
I'm
Pango
your
SF.
resident Pango
Pango
expert.
versus
okay?
SF.
That sounds horrible.
You mean in mid?
In
Yeah.
mid, I
You're
feel like
dumpstered.
I feel like you just
that'd be
nuke the wave
horrible.
on Pango.
You know, you could say Pango versus literally any hero, and I'm going to say dumpstered.
Okay.
Pango is
It did
so
okay
bad
against
in
Kunga.
lane.
It literally lost to Kunga.
Some
even though they
melee,
picked it last,
some
but it
melee
did
is
okay in
playable.
game. Yeah.
Literally any range, basically, it's over. In my very high MMR experience.
Yes, higher than Jenkins.
50% win rate on
One of these
Pango.
days.
Started at 30,
convincing enough
by
to
the
me.
way. So I boosted myself.
Oh.
And it is a
Void
Void
Spirit,
Spirit.
okay.
We missed that one. That's definitely a
I
hero
just
that
didn't think
Rayo's
they would
played a
pick a
lot.
melee mid against the Viper. So they do go Quinn mid on the Pangolier.
Mm.
I guess they assumed the Pangolier would go mid, so they were willing to pick a mid lane melee hero.
Interesting.
Viper off lane into Undying. Okay, so they might do some dodge shenanigans with the Spectre.
Pick your team.
I'm going. I have to go with my original prediction. I'll say Quincy Crew, but I like the Sand King pick.
Jenkins, you're on a roll. You've gotten a lot in a row.
I'm gonna go for fun. I like how easy to execute their
Team
draft is.
Zero.
Oh, Team Zero. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's right.
He said he's gotten a lot in a row. He got the first game wrong.
A lot in a row for Jenkins. We'll see if he can continue his massive streak when we come back from this short break. And we're in game. Pop-Tart, hello, our observer. Can we see Roshan? That
There
is
it
my boy. I'm clapping for you right now. Greatest observer this side of the Mississippi. Jenkins, BSJ with me, of course.
Yes, we're here.
Game
Still.
number 2.
Here we are.
Void Spirit versus Pango, huh? I mean, I think you're right. Pango's happy about this.
I think they'll both be fine. It's just they both nuke the wave, you know.
Mm.
Void Spirit does have nice disable against the Pango if he ever does get a rotation. I think Pango can definitely die. It's a little harder to make that work the other way.
This game reminds me of a pub that Ryoya 10th pick Sven, and he asked the opponent mid laner to make a truce that neither of them would deny for the first 3 minutes.
He does that.
Did it work?
He did not get the proposal, and it was against the Pangolier. And the reason why I mention this is because Ryoga's, I think, thought process as a mid laner, he's not really about being like this lane winner. He's all about his own game. I think he's all about just trading farm, and he believes that if he has good farm, he will outplay anyone else in the world that has good farm as well. And we saw that last game where the mid lane was a complete and utter trade. As SVG eats it.
That is not a good start for Ryoga.
Yeah, he's already lost a salve's worth of health.
Brax literally had to walk all the way back to base to heal up, and will most likely TP here.
He's perfectly fine with that, though. That's 90 gold it cost you, but that 90 gold comes at like 10 minutes into the game, so you're fine with that.
Means Lifestealer started with the open wounds too. So he's got Burrow, but I mean, you're probably gonna.
This is a scary lane, I will say. I've played this lane against the Sand King.
He knows.
Or against the Tree Lifestealer. It's hard. You can't even walk up, really. So I expect Mirana to do some shenanigans. Lifestealer actually eats the arrow for his fellow comrade.
You are. Very good boy.
They are completely zoning him. No trees on that, I believe, so it's not as much damage as it ideally would be. He's got a salve.
Are you sure it's right on the edge of that one tree?
So close. Question, Jenkins. If I lay down the tree queue and then plant the GG tree on top of it, will it get the bonus damage?
Yes.
Answer's no, Jenkins.
Well, I thought you were asking a trick question. It was obviously no. Are you serious? It's just the obvious answer?
What if a regular tree grows in the middle?
It does not retroactively update.
Are you sure about that? How sure are you? Because I tested it when it first came out, and that did work.
I tested it because I was spamming offlane tree for like a week.
I see.
Then I was curious if I could do that shenanigans.
Brax, one more right click will take him out. Nope, he's healed enough, and now the Burrow Strike is available.
Yeah, but he's already...
Walk of shame.
Yeah, he's probably going to base. Mirana will get some nice, loving farm out of this,
I don't think you're too unhappy about this. I mean, Mirana's perfectly fine with farm. I don't think you care as long as somebody's getting that XP.
Sand King will eventually come back. He'll go 1-2-0 most likely.
He's just Sudokus. So probably about the same.
He probably bought out first. Layla's is getting the beat down.
That's a big cookie, though. Moo's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, the double.
Beautifully done, and they're going to turn that around onto the Viper.
Double?
But the shotgun to the face evens it up for MSS.
Totally okay with that if you're Envy. 100%.
The lore of that ability is very accurate.
Which one?
The shotgun.
What does it say?
I'm saying that like you do more damage when they're point blank.
Oh, you mean like literal real life lore? Like
yeah.
Of how shotguns
work? Yeah.
Yeah, or like splash damage in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Envy's model. Can we zoom in on Envy's model real quick?
Envy might as well be a model.
He might be.
Very beautiful. Look how glowy it is.
Yeah. Is that the Halloween version of Spectre? No, like not the chest, but the rest of it, or is that?
It might be.
I like the weapon. It looks really nice from above. The weapon.
Infused edge of the flowering.
See there, it looks normal, but it's.
That looks very untextured there. That I could literally color that in myself.
Spectre looks awfully spooky, but like not like in her normal.
Like, how do you make this look any better as an Arcana?
What? I have a question for you guys. More important than this bullshit. What hero, if they showed up in your room at night and stared at you over your bed while you're having a sleep paralysis night terror, would be the scariest?
Well, the first thing that came to mind was Night Stalker in his ult form.
That's pretty terrifying.
Mine would probably be Lifestealer.
Really?
Okay. What's yours?
I feel like Keeper of the Light, because I would just think it's my dad judging me for choosing a career in esports.
That's a little too real for me and probably several people in the audience.
That's my normal night terror.
A little too real. I think that's no comment, but not surprising either.
I'm gonna process that one internally for a bit. You guys can keep talking.
I'm gonna have to sleep on that one.
Well, I sleep on that one every night. That's the problem.
You do have night terror issues, don't you?
I do. We talked about this.
Yeah.
It's a real problem.
It's unfortunate.
Sleep paralysis. Doctors don't know what the hell's going on.
You might want to get some sun at some point. I think the vitamin D deficiency is really just destroying you at this point.
If you really want to get in, I don't believe in vitamins. I believe vitamins are a crock of
Vitamins
shit.
are a myth. Yeah.
Those don't exist.
Yeah, they don't actually
exist. Let's not perpetuate idiocy across this series if we could.
Somebody's got to take over.
Vitamins are almost as bad as pets, in my opinion.
Okay, well. We'll agree to disagree on that one. Appreciate your input on that, Jenkins. Have to sleep on that as well, of course.
Stop saying that. That's
my new thing.
Don't say that anymore.
Say something stupid, I'm going to sleep on that.
In my opinion, I'm going to sleep on that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, are you going to sleep on that?
Quinn has the early bottle here. looking at the early CS, he is winning this lane as of now.
Should be about even because there's 4 Radiant creeps to 2 Dire
That
creeps.
is true, but there are some potential denies coming here, BSJ.
Whack those denies. Hell yeah.
Deny.
That's a deny right there.
yeah.
He got it.
Eric, what are you doing?
Eric Donger, man.
Donger,
Donger, man.
Oh,
Oh,
the
the disarm. Too late, though. Too late.
Yeah, he's going to get...
Oh, he
got
missed
one
it.
of
Right,
them.
He missed it.
He missed. What
Both range creeps were missed.
All right, so now we're looking at 17-4 versus 12-3. So we can safely say Quinn is winning this lane so far. As bot lane,
Recovery time for Braxonator.
yeah, absolutely, but the right clicks will
He's dead
commence.
anyway.
He's going to end
Body
up
block,
getting
body block.
traded, snaking.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Oh, he went
Marana's
for a 20
body's not
caustic.
thick enough for
gonna
that.
be a
Speaking
bit
of
of a delay.
sleeping, Snaking kind of shit the bed on that one.
What does that have to do? I'm going to have to sleep
Because
on
there's
that
a
one.
bed. Because there's a bed. He's gonna have to sleep on the shit in the bed that he shit.
All right, that's
Oh,
a
come
point.
on.
That's like
That's
10
got to be
points
like
right
3
there.
or 4 at least.
For sure. Looks like the potato is going to...
Take a fall. Who's gonna get the last hit? Viper.
oh,
Oh,
my
Undying!
goodness,
Wow.
no.
Undying with the 20 damage decay. I believe that's how much it is. 20? 20
That is
damage
sad.
That's incredible.
decay.
Wow.
That's like the Satyr challenge, but with your ability.
Well, the Satyr challenge.
Yeah, if you know,
You mean
or the
the-
Cobalt
you mean the
challenge. Sorry,
Cobalt
Cobalt
challenge?
challenge. Cobalt.
Dude, Tsunami's literally in the other room. Don't you dare get that wrong.
Sorry.
First you forget his name, now this.
So what does the recovery for Brax look like? Because obviously he's lower level than
1-4-1.
Marana.
He might actually take a second point and burrow just because the extra range helps you get away from these dastardly heroes that I would never want to see in my closet staring at me.
MSS getting chased now by both Moo and Envy.
Oh!
The cooking not enough.
Wow, that was a lot of
Just
damage.
absolutely destroyed.
Both
by
4
the Soul Rip.
positions are out leveling their fellow 3 positions
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
MSS was level 4 there. He basically is their offlaner in regards to that kill being highly valuable.
I think you probably mind more if you're Quincy. The Viper having a good game. Like, this is not a great hero at recovering. Sand King can quite easily just go take the dead lane. as
His
BSJ would put it.
purpose is to shut down the Spectre, but I actually think Viper
From behind can't
needs
do it.
some items to do that.
Yeah, I
like, he
agree.
needs to be alive.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Indubitably.
Yes.
So is Brax turning into position 4 here?
Yeah, I
we
think
might
so.
be. He's actually holding the skill point. I appreciate this idea. He's gone for the early boots. Probably some tranquil rushes going on here.
Yeah, this to me looks like the Team Liquid Taiga Boxy situation
Yes,
where you
it
just...
will.
you just-
Toiga?
Yeah, Toiga.
Toiga. Eventually, the tree, in lack of better terms, will fuck off and allow him to actually get farm. That's
funny.
usually
Very
what I'm
eloquent
thinking.
of you, BSJ.
That's usually what I'm thinking in pubs. I'm like, eventually, this guy will leave.
The thing is, it sounds vulgar when you say it, but I can confirm that is 100% the language that is used in NA pubs.
Yes.
Like that is to the that is like the concept that people say. Like, oh, I need to get this guy to F off out of this lane.
Right.
Pro players repeat that all the time. We have a lot of those like very vulgar terms that people use.
So everyone knows what they mean. So they're effective communication.
Quinn actually comes up with most of these.
I believe, yes.
He's got some very strong
Anything that can be
language.
used to
Describe something complicated in a
Yes.
simple way. And if it's funny, it has a, funny and vulgar.
Yeah, it has
That's
more
a-
of an effect.
Well,
for
I
sure.
feel like if I say, I need to get this guy to leave, it's like frustratedness. But if I say, let's just get this 5 position to fuck off, like it makes you feel better,
It's true. Now, it communicates to your team that it's like, I need somebody to come here and do this right now,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, it's
But
interesting.
you don't necessarily sound like too whiny, so they're more inclined to help you.
Yeah, you're being kind of funny with it. It's you could honestly write a dissertation on like Dota language.
You could make a video on people using chat wheels and effective communication.
Bro, my next video is gonna bang. Actually,
I mean, I literally knew that I was helping alley-oop you, and you just...
I got psychological studies ready and everything.
It was an alley-oop, but it turned into a layup.
Yeah.
Not as exciting,
He
sadly.
did not slam it home.
So Quinn does have the javelin. He got that a couple minutes ago.
First item, javelin.
He's top of the net worth. I mean, are you surprised by this?
It's just weird to see, even though I know it's a Pangolier thing. Nice dodge by
Absolutely.
Royoya.
Faking the rolling thunder.
Ooh, okay.
So, considering their lineup, they don't really have anything that can pierce BKB
on which
when
side?
in rolling thunder for Team Zero. As
Eventually,
we'll
we'll
see
see
the
the
Burrow
Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, Abyssal Blade at some point. Do you think, like we've been seeing a lot of these Yules into Aether Remnant, which is great, but is there any way that he's going to go Orchid on the Void Spirit? Is that just not feasible this game.
So Ryoya said that he thought in the interview yesterday, explicitly stated that mid laners, their job is to get as many spells off as possible, which requires you to just be alive. And so that seems like his conceptual approach to itemization. So Orchid first seems to go against that ideology.
I see. Well,
Saying it
by
would be
Orchid,
bad,
well,
but-
what about Orchid second is what I meant.
Okay,
after
maybe
Eagles.
Orchid second. I think at that point it's kind of late though. Like
Quinn.
Lifestealer will probably have like an item that makes him not die to that anymore, and then Pangolier. I guess Pangolier usually itemizes purely offensive.
The thing about Orchid on Void Spirit too is like the Yule's already does part of what Orchid does. Like it lets you jump people and instantly disable them. Unfortunately, it doesn't work against the Lifestealer anymore. But any of these other heroes you can catch out, right? And then you have the follow-up stun of Mirana, Arrow, and Sand King. Like you don't lack disable on this team. It's more possibly like jump and initiation. So the Yule's kind of allows you to do that as well as it gives you like the defensive capabilities on the item as well.
I think both Brax and Laylis would like to thank the average competency of the 4-position players in the North American region for the practice they have in this given game situation. Both of them are quite far behind the carry counterparts on the opponent side, and that is a situation they are all too familiar with.
And how
So
do you
shout out
catch
to you
up
guys.
as a
I would
Viper?
agree with that.
Like
You
Viper
push
just
your
doesn't
W.
have any flash farming capability,
He
really.
does. His
Nether
W.
Toxin, like how many levels of Nether Toxin do you have to get?
You don't-
The
you don't
one
need any,
point's
but it's
actually
not-
pretty valuable.
It's not flash farming though. The cooldown and the fact that it doesn't do max damage at level.
You know,
Right.
SVG might be in some trouble. Brax very low on HP, but
Takes
they're going
time
to
to
find a
ramp
kill
up.
He has
regardless.
10 stick charges on Sand King, so he's kind of like waiting to see if he needs to use them.
Oh, another kill. Oh, just top lane. Killing the 5s. Classic trades.
Yeah, we didn't
across
really
the map.
mention the Snapfire little shredder able to just destroy the tombstone very easily. Similar
Hasn't
to Egg.
leveled it yet, though.
True.
Just
He
feels
was
like he
holding a
doesn't need
skill point at 4. I saw that, which is always fun to see players holding it for specific reasons.
Yeah, because you know, like they're making a choice.
Yep. Oh, the good old Soul Ring Tranquils on Sand King.
Classic.
Yep. He's probably going to go 2-4-1. He might level Epicenter, but Pango's probably not going to die to it. Lifestealer's not going to die
Yeah.
to it. Viper's
Ooh,
probably... He
Snake
might
King.
all in the Viper,
That's a
maybe.
hard hero to kill.
Yeah, that's the perfect hero, or for Snake King's perspective at least, to run
Yeah,
with
to
that
walk
smoke.
into that for
That's
sure.
the nice part about having the Mirana 4, and you don't mind giving her farm, is because she's not just going to feed it away. Like
They
a
see
lot
him
of-
with the sentry on the cliff.
He's
He
fine.
might try to snipe him on Quinn.
Oh,
Oh,
the courier.
4 shot on the courier.
No
No
disarm.
disarm.
Gets
yeah.
it.
He's fine.
And that's one of the best taunts in the game, by the way. It's a 360 no scope.
Cookie?
Snake King
Oh
TP's
my-
out.
Dude, the
Beautifully
blind
done.
stuns are not there today. Slardar missed it last game. MSS missed it this game. You just cookie the trees, man. Just jump on them.
They may not have clicked to see the timer on the Moonlight, so they might think he had more time.
Oh, I see.
I think that's probably what happened. But I you're right. If you can see that, if we can see the perspective that Snake King's about to lose Invis, that's the only place he could have
It's
gone.
like I know we have global vision, so it's easy to say like I saw this, it should be done. But I feel like so many players do that. I'm surprised they aren't doing it.
I think you said a bad word.
What did I say? Doo-doo. It's true.
Can you laugh at that one, Shannon? Just quickly.
I gave a little smirk. I will not lie.
He's just staring at me. That's not good. not gotten that response before.
Oh, Sand King might be in some trouble.
Yeah, they've dusted him prematurely, and he's just going to walk away,
I
actually.
love how Snake King's actually out leveling Brax still. I think he took the tome though, so.
Hell yeah, dude! Just play core, bro.
But I'm position 4. I need the tome. But you're higher level than me, young man. Looks like Moo going to be caught out here. Soul Rip delays the inevitable.
Quinn is not a fan of Moo, it looks like.
Yeah, doesn't look
So
like
he just kind of keeps picking on him.
Yeah, Moo's holding this top lane. Not a particularly good hero at doing it. I think at a point Brax probably wants to move himself up there.
Brax almost has his blink dagger, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Where was he headed?
Maybe top. Try to take that tower with the catapult.
Both offlaners scale respectively well in this game. Like, Sand King's pretty difficult to bring down. Viper obviously is good against the Spectre, so both making a quite nice recovery. They're obviously still the bottom of the net worth for the cores, but neither of them is crippled.
Right. Looks like they actually want to go for this potentially, but Brax is going to get
time to stun.
He's going to TP right into the Rolling Thunder. He's going to get hit a second time, but Lelis just absolutely destroyed by Ryoya. They do lose the tier 1, but they get pretty nice kill onto the Viper.
I just don't know what Viper does from here, because Sand King, it's like you're mobile, you can mobile. You can kind of choose any lane you want.
Can you pronounce that? Just pronounce it like me, but without sounding like an idiot.
Mobile.
You've actually ruined that word for him. He's going to be so self-conscious about it.
Yeah, good. I've done my job.
I'll say mobile. I always say mobile.
Ruined Brian, dude.
There's the Maelstrom, and this is when Pango is able to start farming out of control. Brax,
it's a bit far up here.
He's super
tower at all.
I'm a little surprised, honestly, that he didn't TP in earlier to defend the tower, given that they were going to set up to fight there. You know, the Sand King's so hard to run into under the tower.
What's Eternal Envy up to?
That's a good question.
Hitting up the newts or what?
The hell's he been doing this whole time?
Iron Talon Gaming.
Hitting up the newts, boys.
Blade Mail Iron Talon Gaming.
Tried to yoink him, only yoinked 2 of the 3.
Dude, he turns and fights. Classic Envy.
Dude, he's actually just dead, man.
He has Haunt.
Yeah,
which
the
he will
Haunt
use.
away classic. Into the Snapfire who's ulting, so he can't ult you anymore.
Yeah.
That's the counter. Jenkins did not know there's a minimum distance on that.
I was just joking.
Yeah, he was joking.
Really?
Sorry.
It was a joke. Yes, it was off camera. I was trying to make him laugh. Make my friend laugh.
You're a very good friend that makes fun of you relentlessly in a public forum. As Undying dies under the tower, but we're going to have a triple smoke now from Team Zero.
No roll from Quinn, so they might be able to pick him off here. He does have a haste rune, but does he have the Yules on Ryoya? He does.
I think so.
Only level 1 Ether rune.
Apply all the pressure. Double Burrow Strike.
Infest.
That's a lot of burst damage.
There's no
it's going to
range.
be a 1-for-1 since the Undying is technically part of this fight. We're just going to count it. Yawara attempting to run away now. That's a big swashbuckle into the shield crash. Ryoya now on the run. Another Toxin a little bit off kilter there as Envy able to walk out easily.
That Soul Rip just heals for so
It
much.
does.
I feel like
It's
he
a
should have
good spell.
died there and he just lived.
I mean, it is level 4.
Yeah.
Quite strong. What's the cooldown on it? Is it like 4 seconds or something crazy?
It's not that low.
6 seconds.
Yeah. I knew it was low, but that's what the 4 seconds is quite low. Oh, the invis coming out from Marana. Looks like they want to go run it back. Maybe just pick up some bounties. Yeah, that's actually a good call. They do have the ward sentry there, though, so they do see Ryoya.
Oh!
That damage. No Yules? Okay.
All right. And he's out.
He's out of here. He might get him at the room.
Oh, man, the double bounty.
Oh!
Oh, again, the swash.
Oh!
Oh! Ryoya.
That was sick.
Oh!
Outplaying Quinn.
That was really close. I'd say both players respectively played that, you know.
They did as much. That was as high skill as it gets, honestly.
Yeah. I don't think either player misplayed there.
But one came out the victor, and we have to give him the props. As the Eternal Envy.
Blade Mail from Eternal Envy
Yeah, that's
is
a lot
going
of
to
damage.
do
Snapfire
nothing.
destroying him from afar. SVG taking the brunt of the damage for his team, but it's a 1-for-1 move
High
in the meantime.
five
A
him,
big
dude.
Soul Rip again.
Oh, they killed the
Yeah,
Life
Warren's
Stealers.
So it's a
in.
2-for-1.
Yeah, they had the blink on Sand
With
King.
no rage.
This hero's good, people.
Now Brax and Ryoya continuing to chase. I'm not sure what's up. Level 3 Burrow Strike round. Aether Remnant connects.
Double maybe. Oh, never mind.
And that's going to be another kill going the way of Team Zero. A triple kill for Ryoya. And now the Yules into the arrow and Lelis. Oh, that's a big swashbuckle from Quinn. They'll be able to finish off the Viper. But Brax now needs to GCF.
Nice dodge.
Nice dodge indeed, but that's an Arcane Rune applied to Quinn, so you have to be careful. Everybody's pretty low
dead
on
on
the side
Brax?
of Team Zero.
Oh my god.
And
He
that is
stopped
just,
to dig with the shovel, man.
That's the confidence of Brax. You gotta love
He
it.
was like, give me a salve now.
Oh, wow, he actually connected with
On the
that.
low ground.
That is very surprising. But, oh, he actually gets the
he
kill
goes
on
in.
top of him.
Wow.
Quinn, overconfidence again. The NA region at its best. Yules onto Ryoya. He has another Astral Step, so should be fine. Using it aggressively, though, but he gets shotgun to the back of the head. So another misplay from each side, over and over and over. And now
He's got
might
rage,
have the
though.
second
He should
death.
be fine.
Yawar, Rage
baiting.
turns it.
He's
the
debating
break
him.
applied to 2.
The
Shotgun to
root.
the 2 heroes as well. Envy pops the Blade Mail, and he is going to fall now. I don't understand what is going
Brax
on.
is
And
alive
Brax
again.
is somehow alive again. This fight will not end. For God's sake, end it!
Did Envy buy back? Why is his
No.
death timer so long?
He
had like a 45-second death timer.
He's level 13.
Oh, he's huge.
Yeah. He's decided his best use of his time against the Atos Viper before having Manta is to show up to fights continuously. Jenkins, how do you feel about that?
I feel like we just ended a very epic team fight, and your first instinct is to flame Envy.
How is what he's doing right there not terrible?
I mean, let's be fair here, okay?
He just walked in and died to Viper
A
twice.
lot of people walked in and died that fight. Like, I'm talking about
That was-
literally half the players in the
That was
server
all
right now.
walking in and dying, honestly.
Yeah. That
No,
was an
no.
interesting fight, to say the
Let's
least.
be fair. Brax did not walk in and die. He shoveled and died.
That is important. You got to shovel.
That's true.
He dug deep and then died.
He did.
We now have a Blink Dagger on Quinn.
Oh.
Really, really interested to see what he goes now after this.
Maybe looking for the Infest Bomb.
Oh, Atos. Yules, though, on Marana. Snake King.
What about
pretty freaking
Snapfire?
farmed.
What's the status on that Ags?
He's probably got.
For
Oh, the
Snapfire?
point booster only.
He's got the point booster. I was thinking maybe he'd have 2 items. But
Yeah, but he had to go back for a cloak.
Cloak,
it looks
Bassy
like.
Wand.
I
yeah.
hear the Rolling Thunder, the Blink as well being revealed.
Eternal
Envy.
Envy. Here we go. Run it
Moonlight
back,
Shadow
baby.
applied. Looks like they're not going to try to go for him. In fact, they're just going to
They
retreat.
can maybe turn this around. They have the Sand King blink.
Yeah, quite possibly Brax.
If they get quit,
He
it's
is ready
really
to
good.
go. They're going to find
cookie.
SVG, who gets the cookie,
Wow.
That was a nice cookie.
and will dodge the arrow as a result.
Goes for the epicenter damage per pulse. I never take that talent. I'll have to take notes on this one.
That's
How much damage does epicenter do? So it goes from
It's
110 to
six
130.
pulses.
So he gets an extra 120 damage. It's like a 20% increase. Okay, respectable.
It's AoE too. Remember.
Yeah. I mean, how often do you get a multi-person epicenter?
Yeah, Epicenter just feels like
One of the worst spells in the game.
it's one of the worst ults.
I disagree with that. I think Epicenter being shit is an overrated claim.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's balanced. Burrow Strike is just one of the best stuns in the entire game.
Burrow Strike and
So you have to not have a great ult.
amazing
I think
as a result.
you could maybe lower the cooldown on it.
On Epicenter?
On Epicenter, yeah.
Nope, just make it like Pangolier, man.
What
Oh,
does
that
that
would be
mean?
cool too.
That's all they got to do.
I mean, that would be pretty insane.
Not really, because like
Oh,
you either die or
Burrow
don't.
Strike into the Epicenter, but no Basher for Quinn, so not able to stun. Not sure why I'm even bringing that up, because he's not even remotely close to it. But Viper gets absolutely destroyed right off the bat. Brax might get the trade here, but he's living for now.
Oh, the
Dodges
dodges!
the swashbuckle,
Brax
blinks to
gone!
safety, and that's a Snapfire ult completely
Oh.
wasted, which means Team Zero can now reinitiate onto them if they want.
This guy is as good at Dota as he is
That
at
was
one night.
Yeah, that was sick.
He's quite good at one night, for sure. Oh, another stolen bounty rune into the arrow. Quinn caught off guard, and now Envy continuing the pressure onto MSS. Going to take the shotgun. Blade Mail a little bit too late for that, but they should be able to find this kill regardless. And Team Zero are owning, gentlemen.
This game's over.
That's a little premature.
They are honestly just mechanically playing their stuff perfectly.
They're individually just being better. The Deso is a sick purchase, by the way. Pangolier, what's his armor?
3.
11.
11.
What about Lifestealer?
Holy shit, 11 armor?
11's not that much for an
He's an
agility
agility
hero.
hero.
Yeah, he's an agility hero.
I mean, Spectre.
Like, Spectre has no
Spectre's-
stat gain and still has 15. What about Lifestealer?
Oh, somebody else died. Pop-Tart.
Lifestealer's at 18 armor, or 22 with the armlet. Either way, these heroes require physical damage to be killed, and that Deso is a sick purchase, so
Very high armor, actually, these heroes.
11 is not high, dude.
It's quite high. If you had any armor items, it would be high.
But that's the thing about Pangolier is you can't really afford armor items. Like, when are you going to buy armor?
Lotus Orb.
Well, Lukey goes.
That's like-
Guardian Greaves second item.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's a good point.
You know, flame Lukey now, Brian?
Nope. That guy's very good at Pango.
I think you're being sincere.
Of course. Who's better at Pango?
I'm not lying. He is very good at Pango.
How about his Void Spirit?
He is very good at Pango.
I've seen him play some Nature's Prophet as well. A little bit.
God.
He's been dabbling in the Centaur and the Legion. He's expanding.
That's good. That's good.
He's trying. Explosions also expand.
I'm pretty sure if he took his hero grid and removed Pangolier from it, in the long term, he'd be a way better player.
Yep. Quinn initiating
Oh, the
onto
double bounce.
Brax. Yeah, not able to get the double.
That is weird and very annoying when that happens.
Can we click on Quinn real quick? I want to see what talents he's going for. All right, starting out the mana. Good choice.
Probably going to take the Rolling Thunder duration this game because he's pretty much invulnerable during that. And during fights, I love Sand King against these mobile heroes. I can't believe he's not picked more. It's so hard to play them. You just get jumped and die.
Snake King getting slow, but he's going to get the setup for the arrow. Burrow strike onto several heroes. The burst damage is out of control. The Astral Step with that Deso doing its damage, but Brax is the only casualty so far.
Does he have a Yules on Brax?
It's the most epic.
Oh, he doesn't quite have it yet. You have to be
close.
so careful on Sand King because once you get that Yules, it's so much easier to play the hero. But before then, you are so prone to just blink burrow striking like that. You get a 3-man stun and then you just die.
Unfortunately, your stun puts your hero wherever the stun lands. So
unfortunately, you do throw yourself in as the missile.
Yeah, that's always the problem.
Enough with these words.
This mobile missile type stun.
He's very agile.
Even you know that sounds ridiculous.
he's agile.
The mobile missile agile.
His efforts to escape are futile.
He's actually quite a fragile hero too.
Do you say often as well? Do you pronounce the T?
Often.
You do?
Often.
Often.
I'd probably say often.
You say often?
I say often, yeah.
Interesting that you choose one word to pronounce correctly. So, they do get the Aegis on the side of Quincy Crew. Yawar picks it up for himself, so the game maybe not quite as over as you guys were claiming.
It's over.
Okay.
Layla's
well, Epicenter initiation, Lelis. He's dead.
Layla's is literally the carry of this team. SVG's going to get caught by the dagger. Raindrops proc, as they will be able to follow him because that path lingers. That tree is dragging. That's a suspicious-looking dagger path. They're going to let him go. He's not worth the effort. Got to hit some creeps. Let's fight mid with a Yasha, but we're going to hit some creeps.
Where's that Kobold creep?
What about the Kobold creep?
No, just it's worth more than tree.
Oh, yes, that is true. My bad. That's a good one.
Thanks, bro.
He's actually going Basher instead of BKB on Spectre. Now, you may say, BSJ, BKB on Spectre, what are you, dumb? Well, against Viper, usually people go for the BKB.
Do you think that's the right choice if you're, like...
Disrespect.
Let's say you're pretty comfortable with your lead.
Yeah.
Do you go for the more defensive or do you go for the more
I
offensive?
personally would go defensive since my Void Spirit has a Deso. But if he wants to go for the Basher, like, it's a good item in terms of, like, if he was choosing an offensive item, it's a good item.
Where Brax is again on the cliff.
Oh, he loves cliffs.
He's got the Yules now.
We got to still ask him about that first blink onto the cliff.
Yeah.
You have that in your notes, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the one thing on the notes page.
That's the
for
only
Jenkins.
note. That's the only note that I have from this.
He's not paying attention to anything else.
I have not been paying attention.
Oh, this could be a big smoke.
Infest bomb. He's got the blink dagger
break
on Pango.
here.
Dude, Brax, that positioning. Oh
so
my god. He's
actually so good.
He's actually too good at Dota. Dude, when he doesn't feel pressure, like, this is so good actually.
Oh, the courier though. Will the courier spot him?
It's nighttime though. He can't see as far normally.
But
that's true.
He does have the ward that sees them though.
Man.
Remember how we talked about Moo talking to my supports in the pub saying you sometimes you just gotta walk out and die and stuff? I think this is a similar mentality. He
got the courier. I knew it.
As an offlaner, he has realized his best use is a ward. He is just a ward.
He's TPing.
No, oh, the net.
Oh,
How
very
did he
sad.
see? Oh, the sentry. I was like, how did he see him there?
All right, now a 5-man smoke. Team 0 has to be careful here.
This is a good opportunity because Sand King's the main threat. They do have Void Spirit, but...
Dire are scanning.
And the Basher now onto Eternal Envy's Spectre.
Ooh, the Scotty being queued up by Yawar. This was queued up in our other Lifestealer versus Spectre matchup. But that game, they were much further ahead on the side of the Lifestealer.
The moment the tower starts getting hit, they realize it's just so obvious. There's a smoke. Yawar needs to go.
Do you like the Scotty? Is that enough damage with what he has so far versus a Spectre?
Yeah, the thing is, like, when you come out of Rage, aren't you just going to die? Don't you need to kill him or at least threaten him in the Rage duration? He's saying he doesn't. Maybe with the Viper break, their goal is to just keep the Spectre inside of it, and his slows will be enough.
Right.
You go Basher for that? Does he have a Basher?
No, he does not. Huh. Scotty feels better than Abyssal this patch. Like, if you can afford to go it over Abyssal, it feels better.
I guess the Undying heal, too. I think he's probably got a Holy Locket at this point.
Well, none of the heroes other than Void
no.
Spirit. I guess it's just the Undying Spectre.
Oh, Brax, Epicenter into nothing.
That's
full creep
dude,
wave
honestly,
farm.
that's more use than I normally get out of an Epicenter.
That
he killed that entire wave.
That happens.
Yeah, for sure. Uh-oh. Ryoyo in a bit of trouble. He's going to Yules. He has a lot of mobility, of course.
Mobility.
And the mobility of Ryoyo is kind of out of control. Paladin Sword. You know, you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I love this item on Pango.
It's not crazy.
It's just a full heal on Swash.
He put it back to base, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. That was on the other side, or what? That was a Radiant. Oh, they gave it to Lifestealer. Yeah, he's like
I mean, it obviously makes more sense on Lifestealer, but...
Yeah, he's almost got the Scotty done.
I actually love the Fangs tier 2 item on Pango. Oh, God. So good.
Yeah.
As there we have the Aghanim Scepter Snapfire being delivered.
Ooh, the Boots of Travel Viper. We talked about this being similar to Batrider, but I don't know about this game against Spectre. Kind of a bit weird. I guess he wants to be at every gank on the Spectre. That's the idea behind it. MSS is just a free ticket out for Eternal Envy all the time here.
Snapfire is going to ult. They see that she now has Aghanim Scepter, so that's not going to be a surprise reveal, I don't think. Brax looking for a stun, but...
Prepare the missile for the
it.
Snapfire ulti. Nope.
It'll be a...
It's technically a bowling ball.
No, only if it's the Pango.
Yeah.
Is it a
He's
bowling
going to
ball?
chuck the ball in, I think.
But if it's a Lifestealer, it's more of a missile.
As a missile?
A missile. Agile missile.
So, telescope on MSS, so that's even more range.
It is now global.
Basically, yeah.
He needs Ether Lens for the out-of-the-map firing when Spectre uses free pathing.
I believe that would be impossible because the boundaries of the map are inaccessible. Inaccessible, you could say.
Inaccessible,
Yeah, I was going to say as well. Well, they know Haunt is down, so I assume Team Zero won't want to fight, but this looks to be a free tier 2 for them.
Yep, that Deso actually is really nice for securing these towers. Don't really have a building hitter on the Dire squad.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's queuing up the... He has the BKB, but he did this build yesterday with the Deso into Assault Cuirass on Void Spirit.
Seems like a nice mix of, like, utility damage, you know, not hard committing to, like, only damage with the Daedalus and things like that.
Yeah.
People would go, or Bloodthorn
Well, the
back in
Daedalus
day.
is pretty much committing to your Astral Steps being your damage output.
Yeah.
While this is saying, I get on top of you with the Astral Steps, they'll do some decent damage, but then I can actually kind of fight you.
It's also, like, helping his
with
team,
them.
though. It's like, it's not just fully committing for his own damage. Like, the AC in Deso helps his team damage as well.
And nobody cares about the team.
Yeah, this is
man.
true. This is nice.
It's about the
This is
D.
Nasus.
Quinn on Pango changed his build. I was going to say, Diffusal this late doesn't feel that great on the hero. So, going to be going for Basher. As there's the Atos applied, but like we've seen, Ryoyo not only having a lot of mobility, but the BKB
Mobility,
and
yeah.
Yules to dispel.
They have a... Is that a ward or a sentry? It's so hard to tell when they're overlapping. It is a ward?
Playing around the ward, yeah.
It's just a sentry. It's a Radiant sentry, so they're not going to hit it.
Yeah.
You know, the nice thing about actually going this... No, hold that thought. They...
SVG,
Now they should
he's
see
going
him
to be
now.
seen. That's a free tier 1, but there is the initiation that we've seen before, and that is a dead Moo right off the bat. The Snapfire ult continuing to go ham.
Lifestealer's chunking them.
Yeah, Brax is dead as well, so the initiation station, the bowling ball himself.
Do they have the Ags on Snapfire still? Like, is the ability ready? Yeah, it is.
Oh, they didn't use that. I
They
thought,
didn't need it,
okay,
yeah.
so they just initiated with Quinn on Blink and then into Snapfire ult.
Like I said, it's GG. Dire takes it. The Snapfire ulti, or Ags, just changes so much, actually.
Yeah.
Once Viper gets BKB, he's pretty tanky. He will die to Spectre if he's alone, but if they're kind of just in this ball, Spectre with no BKB can't actually lock onto him. Have I mentioned that Eternal Envy
Abyssal now.
needs a BKB?
Yeah, I think you've said that once or
4 times?
8 times.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Ags. Bloop. Value. I like how it counts as a deny.
Yeah.
Oh, the Greaves deny those creep snaking the value.
Oh, Haunt. Oh, they're going to go straight onto poor Mr. Mrs. Snapfire. SVG looks to be next, so yeah, smoke right afterwards. I like this from the side of Team Zero. The Abyssal Blade being shown for the first time, of course, from Envy, who's now basically out of mana.
Yeah, really nice catch out there with the 2 supports.
Laylis.
Oh, Lelis, this smoke afterwards is so good.
Yeah, Brax.
Man.
No man's land, Laylis.
Oh, Burrow Strike will
They have
miss,
Yules
though.
to cancel the TP if he...
There it is.
very
And
nice.
the arrow incoming. They'll get it eventually. They don't have a whole lot of right-click
He
damage.
has Essence Ring. He may take somebody with him. Use it, buddy. Oh.
Down
That
he
ping.
goes. So
That
3
Yeah,
deaths.
the 300 ping, the 3,000 ping essence ring.
Win? Oh, he's killing the creep wave, I suppose.
No, there's a creep wave mid there.
Okay, I don't know what he
Ryoya's
was.
He was looking
still
for
chasing.
Ryoya and missed, I guess.
So
He's got
level
the full AC,
22,
what
by
the
the
hell?
way, versus level 19
Yeah,
in
Ryoya
terms
is
of the mids.
extremely farmed.
The-
Actually, top of net worth.
This is something he's trained for also in NA pubs. He's a mid laner, and he sees his carry with a Yasha fight mid twice and die, and says, I'm going to carry this game. And goes Deso AC BKB. Very cool. Number one network.
Scotty, too. He's got a Spectre. He's going for Scotty.
What does he have queued up? Is that an Ags?
He did it yesterday,
Scotty.
too, remember? Where his carry had
Oh,
a
Scotty.
Scotty, and he also went for the Scotty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scotty
that's
just
true.
happens to be a little bit broken, perhaps. What do you think when you see a Void Spear and a Lifestealer going Scotty?
Yeah, probably not so good.
Yeah. You mean it is too good?
Well, it's like not so good that Scotty is so good. You know?
Radiant's bottom
Probably wanna
tower
nerf that.
is under
If
attack.
I have to ask you, in your opinion, does Scotty know?
Scotty doesn't know,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
What a great movie. Great reference, gentlemen.
You know, when you say in your opinion, it makes sense, by the way.
Ooh, Astral Step. I believe that
I
was
baited
used.
you to think
Yeah,
it
only
wouldn't make
one
sense.
time. Quinn is infested right now. Ryoya has to
Oh,
pop
the
the
root!
BKB, but the overgrowth, I should say, is there. And that's going to be enough to take out Ryoya.
He's tanky, too.
That is the biggest kill that they could possibly find. And the Basher being shown now into the shield crash. Atos onto Mirana, but the Greaves
There's
keep
running
her
in a
safe.
line.
Quinn showing off that new BKB as well.
Yeah, that was just 10-second.
It's going to feel pretty bad about that one.
Once he gets Abyssal, they can do that again. Like, again and again, I think, on the...
This opens
Void
up
Spirit.
Roche.
Yeah, he does not have ultra defensive items. Like, he's tanky, but to raw damage.
Once
he'll
he
die.
pops BKB, he's good, but, like...
Oh.
Then again, he's still got SVG rooted there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Moo?
Swashbuckle misses,
that
and
range.
Moo will just moonwalk away.
Moo walk away, you said?
Moo walk away.
Yeah,
Well done, fellas.
thank you. I would get a point for that if there was a board today.
So they're going to potentially try to contest this without a Void Spear, and that's
They
their
do have
top net
Haunt,
worth.
They do have
Haunt.
Epicenter, and they do have Tombstone.
They do
all
have a
the
lot.
tools.
Scanning.
But it is 4 versus 5.
Drops the Soul Ring so that he has a slot. He's going.
Epicenter being
Ooh, here we
channeled
go.
into the pit. Burrow Strike only connects on one. The Snapfire jumps in, but the arrow looks like it connects. Brax just dies right off the bat as BKBs are popped galore. He's going to buy back into the game immediately. The Rolling Thunder continuing there as Quinn does take the Aegis, and Quincy crew get Roshan himself.
Have
so this
I
was
mentioned-
disastrous. Who would have thought 4 versus 5 that would not have worked out?
Have I mentioned Eternal Envy needs a BKB?
Hmm.
Have I mentioned that? Jenkins?
I believe maybe a few more times, and us and the viewers will remember
So
this.
my question is, how many games of Spectre do you have to play to know to buy a BKB against Viper? He's Platinum.
Probably. Is there a tier above Platinum?
Yeah,
Master.
Master tier. Master tier.
Probably Master tier.
Okay, Master tier.
Probably Master tier.
Well, the good news is he is building it.
He just fought inside of the Nether Toxin, inside of the pit. And Spectre does not look very tanky without Dispersion. It's just how it is. So
Yeah,
if I
that's
have
probably his most important
22%
skill.
damage reduction, Jenkins, how much actual effective health is that?
If you what?
If I have 22% reflected damage on a Dispersion, how much effective health is that?
Well, he doesn't take the damage, and he also reflects it.
But let's ignore the reflection. How much effective HP percentage is that?
150, roughly.
In your opinion?
In your opinion?
Yeah.
It's approximately like 28%
Oh, that's
effective HP. So
that's,
if he has like
a lot
if he has like
less than I
2,000
said.
health, he's missing like another 570 health worth of health.
I believe it.
The Yules, but perfectly timed Rolling Thunder going to continue to perma-stun poor Ryoya. And
I'm
Quincy crew have the lead.
I am so glad I predicted Quincy Crew for this game because I only predicted them not because I thought their draft was better, but I just thought the one game they got away with had happened.
No, we have the Moonlight Shadow being used to
Oh,
help Moo
Lifestealer
out.
might be in some
Abyssal
trouble.
Blade,
No
Yuar,
Aegis.
though, has Infest and is fine.
Of course, with the infest.
And now the Haunt
Is there
is
a
down.
telescope? Oh, there's a telescope. That's how it was such a long range infest.
That's actually really useful.
That's
that like,
pretty
that
good,
like
yeah,
triples the range of infest.
No, it's seriously good. It's really, I mean, same with
And
the
gobble,
up.
Oh
yeah.
my god!
It's a really good telescope game.
That is broken. We were memeing about the range of Gobble Up now
Yeah,
being
true.
global, but the actual gobbling is way
Gobble,
better.
gobble.
Yeah, especially for saving people.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Top tier.
All right. Well, turns out you just can't fight without that Spectre BKB. So Quincy
never
Crew's going to
guessed.
take advantage of the map control that they now have,
Dire's bottom tower
as
is
Envy
under
is still a decent amount away.
The thing is, it's one of those items that, like, when you're ahead, it secures you the game, but when you're behind, I don't think it's really all that effective. Like, it's something, but it's not just gonna win them the game when he gets the BKB.
I
It just
mean,
means
he will not die anymore, which would have been useful an item ago.
Well, looks like they're going to find another kill in the base of Team Zero.
Dire is crumbling.
Dire's
They are
structures
tilted,
are fortified.
100%. What do you think, Jenkins?
In my opinion, do you think these guys are really tilted right now?
In my opinion, I would have to agree with you.
Okay. There's a clarity on the ground. I believe
Tier
that's
4 items are starting to drop. You know what that means. Havoc Hammer is available
We saw the
from Ice Frog.
yeah, we already saw the Minotaur Horn.
Yep.
The weaker strength version of
Dire's
the
bottom
Havoc
tower
Hammer.
is under
Yep.
attack.
They should just remove Minotaur Horn. I mean, why would you?
It baits you into not taking the Havoc
Yeah,
Hammer.
I mean, it's a clear bait.
Oh, the gobble up for the lane clear. This is my favorite. Oh, he waited too long.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, MSS. Step it up, buddy. Step it up.
And that's actually kind of messed up because those creeps do have autonomy. They are an autonomous agent in a moral system.
Here we go again. They have an Aeon disc
Flicker.
coming for Snapfire soon.
There is no Havoc Hammer for the Radiant side.
Yep.
That does put their percentage probably from about 70 to maybe about 30.
They,
win the game.
you know, they
Okay.
really do have a chance for Team Zero here because the way I see it, Havoc Hammer is still yet to drop for them. So
Yep.
they still
They
have
have hope.
they still
Yes.
have hope.
Now, Illusion Escape did drop as well for Quincy Crew, but they really don't have anybody that would find that useful.
Viper would be okay.
Really? I guess for
You're-
corrosive
yeah,
skin?
you get the corrosive skin of it.
We'll
But he
see if
takes the
it.
Prince's knife.
Yeah, the Prince's knife definitely better.
Already more useful than Bloodseeker. He has a stun.
Okay.
5-man smoke by Quincy Crew, but Team Zero seem to be wise to this. And we are on BKB watch for Eternal Envy. What is he at right now, Pop-Tart? Okay. A few hundred away.
Soon. One of these days.
He will get it at some point this game.
You could sell the wand.
That's a pretty value wand at some point.
How's this
Welling
Flicker?
Blade as well. He has that.
Flicker is good against for Dispel against the Silence. I assume Ryoya has an Ags, or no, actually no, he doesn't have an Ags. He went the
Flicker
right click
only
build.
dispels silences and slows, which there's really no good things to dispel in this game,
Yeah.
other than open wounds.
So
I
it's
guess.
just the 40 move speed mostly. Haunt is used. Trying to take out Lelis. That will be an easy one.
Wow.
He's just out of position.
Pants are down right there. Caught with his pants
I mean,
down.
we're seeing a lot of Haunts used on singular targets. Do you think this is...
Dire's
I think
middle
that's what they
tower
have
is
to do.
under
I
attack.
really don't.
But they were doing this when they had the lead as well.
Yeah, true. I don't feel like they can take a full 5v5, I mean, especially without that BKB on Spectre. So,
That's a good point. I did not consider the BKB
yeah, I
Spectre
think
timing.
You,
All right, that's good.
And now he's got the Illusion Escape. That's nice.
That is good.
Another
Ooh.
Shaco coming out.
surprisingly don't have a camera drop at this point.
Probably good for the Void Spirit, actually.
Yeah, he can keep that. He's got a huge mana pool. It's not like he uses it.
He's
He does
electing
have
to
the
keep
minus
the Orb
armor.
of Destruction.
He does like... this
His
is-
mana pool actually is pretty small since he has these damage items with
Mhm.
the Deso and the AC. He didn't go like those Octarine Ags.
He
build.
has a ice set on a Lincoln's, actually. Interesting.
This is such a Ryoya
This
build,
is a
man.
huge Ryoya build.
What is that for? Viper Strike?
Huge for the
Open wounds?
for the Abyssal Blade from Pangolier.
Oh, okay.
The thing about this
Refuses
is like
to go Ags,
you
of
just
course.
you just die to the Gobble Up anyway, right? Like you just die to other things. Spell
Oh,
Prism.
that's a good one.
Now he will gladly take
He will
that.
yoink that for sure.
Yeah, yoink it super hard.
All right, yeah, there it is.
In my opinion, do you think he'll yoink that, Jenkins?
In my opinion, I think your opinion is correct. He will be yoinking that Spell Prism. As hard as you can
Moonlight
yoink.
Shadow. Pseudo Smoke. Nope, they're showing in lane, though. Snake King level 19. If he gets to 25, that Moonlight Shadow talent, pretty good.
2 years later, we'll see that.
Yep. Would you go that over the arrow this game?
People don't usually go for the Moonlight Shadow. It's usually the arrow. You just fish
Yeah.
for a good
So it's
arrow.
just it's a pub build, the Moonlight Shadow, because nobody buys wards.
True. Yeah, that's way better in pubs, for sure.
Oh, Lincoln's on
yeah.
Quinn.
Against the Sand King. Makes it much easier to play. Sand King and the Yule setups, all their setups are actually single target, as well as the Spectre Abyssal.
Makes a lot of sense that Lincoln's would even work
Gobble up,
against us, right?
throw him in there. Oh, yeah.
But he's in
long
normal
move.
form. He's not a bowling ball. Abyssal Blade into, well, the arrow doesn't actually connect because of the BKB,
Blink Pango's
but they do
owning.
find Moo right off the bat, and they're going to take out the Tombstone as well as Quinn is continuing to roll. Snapfire ult coming. Atos on top of Mirana. Yules is going to keep him alive a little bit longer. We'll see if Ryoya and Spectre can do enough damage to salvage this fight. The buyback onto the Moo, actually, will be TPing in shortly. Ryoya's BKB still active. Trying to take out that Snapfire. Yawar pops the Rage already.
It's a long fight.
Yeah, kind of an odd fight. As Lil Shredder 20 talent is now up. Not that it really matters because MSS does not have any real right-click items. And looks like Team Zero are trying to turn this. They get the Viper kill. Yawar forced out the Rage.
The only person that died for the first 30 seconds of that fight was an Undying.
Yeah.
That was such a, like, so many spells were thrown at each other. And they're going an AC on Lifestealer now. They're ready to go again. Fire Z missile! Oh!
Nice dodge. Oh, they had a double investment. They get
Oh,
with
the
the
level
stun.
25
the Burrow
talent.
Strike as well. Brax able to Yules himself. And here comes the Rolling Thunder again. Looks like
Sand King
Brax
goes
will
down.
die. Does have the buyback available. Moo
They're chasing
still
the
in the
Spectre.
fight here. Spectre taking a little bit of damage,
Buyback
but Envy
from
looks
Viper.
pretty healthy. Yeah, buyback onto Sand King
bite.
as well.
Double
Quinn with the
buyback.
swashbuckle. He's going to get initiated on. And here is the stun. The level 25 talent from Ryoya continuing to show its worth. Burrow
BKB.
Strike is there, but Quinn with the BKB will live as a result. Swashbuckle as well, but it's getting pretty low now. They do find the kill on Spectre, and that is the big boy down.
Brax is going to die back.
That is a dieback for him.
Oh, no.
Buyback is available for Spectre now, so Envy does
Gobble
use
up.
it. We'll be TPing back in.
The
Stun
timing.
onto Ryoya.
Abyssal Blade up? No.
Still
Yes.
very mobile, as you can see in this fight.
Very mobile, very
Viper
agile.
Strike getting extremely low. They're going to try to chase, but doesn't look like they're going to find anything. So
Still, like, surprisingly even.
was it?
sure-
They had a lot more buybacks, I think.
I'm pretty sure Radiant
Yeah.
actually needs a Vlad's.
Oh, never mind. Very not even.
Pangolier would not be dying in these fights if he had a Vlad's, because he's just swashing so many times.
Or maybe that neutral item that life steals, perhaps.
Yeah, what does he have? I think it's more important than the damage. He was fighting for so long, and nobody was bursting him because he's so tanky, but eventually he goes down. He
You
could've
didn't
been,
believe me.
the Paladin Sword's
One
still on the
swashbuckle
lifesteal.
is like a half HP heal. Especially with all these damage items.
Double
I didn't say I
damage.
didn't believe you.
You didn't believe me,
careful.
BSJ.
I believe
Now
you.
you're paying the price.
Yeah, I think it was Quinn that doesn't believe you.
Oh, Abyssal Blade onto Snapfire. They really want this kill, but MSS
Minotaur
pops
horn.
his
No, it's a
BKB.
Minotaur horn.
Arrow connects onto SVG in the meantime. They'll finish him off pretty easily. You can tell that they really want to kill MSS, but he's super hard to kill right now.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
an
he had-
Eon Disc and a Minotaur Horn.
It's so late in the game that glimmer, like.
Oh, yeah,
these
that
core-
wasn't actually a BKB. It was the...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not quite as good as a Havoc Hammer for pushing them away, but you can effectively run away
Right,
with
right.
the Minotaur Horn.
Of course. Roshan will be back in 7 seconds.
The thing is, if you push them away, you wouldn't have to run away from
That,
them.
no,
so,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. It's like you're inconveniencing yourself to do the same thing, but it's okay. It accomplishes.
Oh.
They have just been
some
using
way.
this off
Away
cooldown.
he goes into the Roche pit.
Just in case.
Yeah, nobody's
Eternal
there.
Envy would be the type of guy to be hitting Roche right now.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
you got to
understandable.
check. Perfectly understandable. Smoke now on the entirety of Quincy crew, but they are kind of showing themselves here, so...
You really want that level 25 on Lifestealer, that extra 1.5 second
Oh
rate.
my
That
goodness, we have a
is a
Divine Rapier
rapier.
in the game.
That's
Ryoya,
a Ryoya
his
build.
Astral
God.
Steps will deal massive damage.
They didn't feel comfortable roaching underneath that like ward potential, so they decided to de-ward it even though they were smoked.
I'm not saying this is wrong. He went for the Dissimulate talent, but if he went for the crit, his Astral Steps would actually one-shot some.
The
some
crit's,
support.
the crit's pretty bad.
It is.
It got,
With
it got
a
nerfed by
Divine?
it got nerfed by 40% effectively.
Yeah.
They kind of screwed that up. I don't know why they did that.
I'm surprised
But-
they didn't fix that. I guess because
Yeah.
Void, he's already so broken.
I mean, we've seen the Dissimulate already have its worth, that stun applied. Roche at half HP. Envy, you can tell, really wants to get in there. That is his home. And there's a Dissimulate to start things out. Burrow Strike Epicenter combination is there,
dead Sand
but it
King.
looks like Brax will be the
Dieback.
first to fall. SVG, relatively low, as Quinn is still in his bowling ball form. As the 25 talent Nether Toxin Silences is now online. That's a pretty big one. BKB popped by Quinn as he just casually runs the other direction.
Oh, the Hex from the
Abyssal Blade
Prince
again,
Knife.
this time onto the Void Spirit. The Silence as well. He's going to Yules to try to
Tree root,
outlast
tree
it.
root.
Has his BKB still
Nether Toxin
active.
Silence.
SVG taking a lot of right-click damage thanks to that Divine Rapier. The Aeon Disc does activate for MSS, but there's the stun again. Infest keeping Quinn alive a little bit longer, but not long enough. And the damage coming out from Team Zero is out of control. Yawar will easily drop to the right clicks. Ryoya is absolutely carrying this game. Triple kill for him. This is a Roche. Is this a Refresher Shard? This is an Aghanim Scepter,
For
which
Ryoya?
Ryoya, I would assume, takes this.
And the Aegis. Give it all to your carry.
Damn. So no Yules for now. The Aegis.
Give it to Ryoya, man. Give it to him, dude.
Honestly,
There you
let him,
go.
let him take the cheese, too. Just cheese him up right now.
Yeah, don't.
Not right now.
Nobody else-
Cheese on Envy.
No,
No,
who cares?
Doesn't,
Ryoya is this,
he doesn't get any of it.
he doesn't. Yeah, it's about who deserves it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Ryoya is styling right now.
We can't flame his builds. Like we can't be like, oh, this is a Ryoya build. This just should be how everybody builds.
No. This is a Ryoya build. It's not a bad build. He's just the type of player that's going to make use of a build like this. That's how he plays. Like he's just like, I'm going to. He said it in the interview. He's going to live as long as possible, and he's going to throw out as many spells as possible. And he drew the attention of 4 heroes there for a long time. And
They
that's his
still
entire
have Haunt
build.
here.
We'd be flaming him for this if he was losing.
I mean, if he was losing, I don't think I would actually flame him. I believe I would flame the guy that was supposed to carry him. But the fact that he's managing to
disagree.
carry this game is sick.
Oh, the Abyssal Blade onto an Illusion.
That was
That's
a
a
good
very
debate,
important
good debate.
cooldown as Midrax is now done.
Wow, I can't believe they're winning this game after the mid-game that happened. This is crazy. They were ahead by so much, and then they threw the game, and now they're back.
All right, so they're
Double
resetting now.
catapults, too, in all of
as-
these.
Look at that!
yeah, that is quite
that's
the dip.
That's a... What would you guys say? That reminds me of like...
It's like a bear, like a brother bear.
yeah.
How does this even enter your mind? I don't understand.
In my
Level
opinion...
what? Level 25 Undying?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
one late-game team fight win like that, I guess he gets
Good
it.
lord. Moo.
He's got an Aegis as well.
He's got the Witless Shaco ready to go. Very, very tanky young man.
At this point, you should buy some item with that 1900 gold. Maybe a Midas.
Well, okay, can we look at the scoreboard, Pop-Tart? Let's see what the 25s are looking like here. So Ryoya, we talked about. Moo, Envy. What 25 talent is that? Is that the Dispersion?
Yeah.
Dispersion talent. Is Brax the lowest level on his team? Yeah, it looks like it.
He's the lowest level in the game, bro.
Quincy Crew.
Oh no, sorry, SVG.
It's only the Yawar. That's the Rage talent, I assume. And Quinn took the extra Rolling Thunder, or the
Cooldown
reduction, I should say, since he took the extra duration for the ult. So it makes sense.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't take the Swashbuckle, just because he can Swashbuckle so many times. But he's definitely the better Pango player, so...
They have no way to deal with his ult, though, technically, right?
They do
They
have
literally
the
have nothing.
Abyssal from
Okay,
Spectre before
technically
the
an abyss. But what are they
BKB.
doing when they abyssal him?
They-
Kill him through the ult with the rapier. Jumps
Yeah.
basically on Void.
Honestly, that Void Spirit level 30 timing is going to be legit here.
Yeah,
His
definitely.
talents are insane. Uh-oh,
they're a
BKB
little far
activated on Lelis. Envy.
Did he not Abyssal Blade? Did he not have it?
I think he already used it
Guess
on a
not.
Lincoln's.
Oh,
Quinn doing a good job of disrupting that.
They're looking for Quid.
Tried to get him.
How close are we to 25 snaking?
Yeah, that's going to be pretty important, I think.
Yeah.
Very close.
I'm
Do you think
curi-
he'll
I'm-
take the Moonlight or
I'm
the...
actually really curious because I feel like with having a Rax up
Boom!
like this,
Oh my God! You
Boom!
actually scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
well, that was the least hype, most irrelevant arrow.
Hey, the vision.
Oh, true.
You got to keep them on their
you did
toes.
Guys,
Scout
we
him
know
out.
he's
Took the
not
tome.
gobbling up right now. We have vision of him.
Yeah, he took the tome. So I believe he is on the verge of 25 now.
Yeah, the Moonlight Shadow's not that bad because the way they're playing right now is like right in front of the enemy base, right? They're just looking for a
Oh,
pickup.
there we
Oh,
go.
the tome for the level
And
25.
Oh,
the
we went for
arrow.
multi-shot. So that's
Yeah.
I mean, if you hit a couple, I mean, it disrupts the fight a lot.
it's like the French vanilla build to go right now.
Wait, did he go
I'd
the
say.
minus arrow cooldown
went
as
the-
well? Yeah, 15.
Yeah,
Of course you do. Of course.
Yeah, the attack speed one sucks now, doesn't it? Because
Yeah,
it only
it's
applies
awful.
to you.
Yeah, terrible.
I miss those days where Murano was basically a troll warlord ulti on like a 16-second cooldown or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
those were
good.
Old,
good.
the good troll warlord ulti.
The one that you make up lies about.
All right, over-under on Brax getting 25 this game.
That's not an over.
Over-under,
What level is he
BSJ.
gonna hit? So
That
that
is
is
Over-under.
25.
Binary.
Yep.
He's under.
Under
Oh,
by
he's
the end
over.
of the game.
He's over. He's over.
Okay.
He's 23. He's gonna get.
I mean,
he's gonna
we
get
are at 52 minutes, gentlemen.
We-
Will we see tier 5 items?
We could see
Yes.
those.
I might get a lot louder.
Over
when that
under.
happens.
In your opinion,
Yes.
SUNSfan,
You can do this.
are there going to be tier 5 items?
Oh, he did it.
Over.
Okay.
For sure.
Over, yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna go over too. I feel like this team.
I mean, how long do we have on
Zero
Aegis?
they don't
10
wanna end
seconds
too
only,
soon.
so they didn't even bother using it. And you can see the smoke here from Quincy Crew. They know the timings.
When is this second rapier gonna come out? That's what I'm wondering. I believe Yawar's probably gonna get a second rapier.
Ooh.
Looks like Susie's getting one as well.
Radiant are
They have like
scanning.
similar inventories.
It's very
They have
similar.
almost the exact same inventories.
yeah.
What the hell?
MKB lined up for
Gobble.
Pang. Man, this is my kind of build. I'm telling you what. This is great.
What are you, Hank Hill now?
I'm telling you what, son.
That is a cool trick you can do. Drop the gem on the ground. It does give flying true vision to scout high grounds. For the, people in chat who manage to not see a game where people tell you that exact same thing every time. I love how it gives the Aegis buff above him. That's kind of cool.
Oh, we have a haunt. Probably will try to
Viper,
go
the
on
force
to
stab,
MSS, but
the
there's
arrow.
the triple arrow. One connects onto SVG. Lelis is already super low, but there's the infest bomb.
Kill the
with
rapier.
Quinn.
Kill the rapier.
Snapfire ult coming
rapier.
in. Void Spirit is dead. The rapier lands on the ground. I believe Yawar picked it up just now.
Double rapier?
Oh my goodness.
No, there's no double rapier. Who has it?
They're going to initiate onto Quinn, but he's so tanky with that shield crash. The epicenter coming in, but we talked about there being such a worthless
nether
ultimate.
toxin silence.
And now Team Zero is on the run.
Oh,
They just
no.
lost a huge amount of net worth.
Oh, dear.
Not sure why they waited for the Aegis to be consumed before doing it. He's actually going to pop his cheese.
Can he
attempting
actually
to TP
No
out.
way.
No.
Oh my
He's successful.
goodness. Come on.
They have multiple buybacks.
Who's got the other rapier?
He didn't buy the other one yet, so he
Yeah,
can.
there's only one in the
No,
game,
no, no.
right?
Like, no, the Void Spirit had a rapier.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
Lifestealer picked it up.
he had
No,
one.
Lifestealer already had a rapier.
I don't think so.
I don't think he did.
He literally... Did he not already have a rapier?
No,
I don't think so.
Maybe I was getting confused because their inventories are literally the same.
That's probably the issue.
I guess
except
I...
for the rapier.
Pop-Tart, could go ahead and click to the Void Spirit? Okay, yeah, he's going to get another one, so.
Okay, that's my bad, I guess. I thought I saw Lifestealer had a rapier.
You know what's shocking? That they still have a 1K gold lead after losing 2 and then having a 12K gold swing.
Wait, what do
in
you
the
mean
rapier.
losing two? He
They
had
lost,
one.
they lost 2 heroes, is what I mean.
2
They lose
heroes,
2
yeah.
heroes, then they lose a rapier.
Which is a 12K gold
swing.
swing. 12.6.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, man.
Brian.
Repeating.
Really.
Oh, wait, no, they actually reduced the cost of that item. It is 12.
We didn't mention-
You're right, it is 12.
Yawar has the Witless Shako as well. He is 4K health.
That's a beefy boy.
Bottom tower
Then with this Divine, we'll be
very
chomping
hard.
down.
are cutting down.
I am so
This tier
ready
3
for
tower.
Quincy Crew to win this game.
It would be fitting somehow. Moo's going to buy back. Of course, as we can see, Ryoya is about to respawn and has buyback if he ends up dying, but does need to go to that secret shop. I guess if he does buy the Divine, he won't have buyback, so
Would
it
you
is kind of
consider
all in
this
play.
game a tie, no matter who wins, SUNSfan?
Ooh.
Because
Alright,
nobody
sure.
wins?
Now,
I mean, we
here's the
mentioned
thing.
that as a possibility.
Here's
so.
the thing. We all win if it gets to 60 minutes.
That's
Yes.
true.
What is your favorite tier 5?
My favorite tier 5 item?
Mine is Fallen Sky.
Fallen Sky is pretty fun.
Everybody's favorite is Fallen Sky, though.
There
I
was
like-
one game that I made a horrible last pick and we had no stuns, and it ended up going to 60 minutes, and I got the Fallen Sky, and we won a team fight instantly and won the game.
I do enjoy
Because we had a stun.
Dire's
EX
summoner
Machina. I
has
think
been
that's a good
killed.
one, too.
EX Machina.
It's Deus Ex.
Great movie, by the way.
Do
Ex
it-
Machina.
Yeah, I was going to say it's Machina.
Let's see. I think the Pirate Hat maybe is the worst item in here. I think the most powerful, depending on the game, like
Seerstone?
Viper picking up a... I keep saying Hurricane Pike. What is that one called?
Ballista.
Ballista is super broken. The Mirror Shield is extremely good as
If
well.
we're talking pure damage, then the Stygian Desolator is actually supremely broken when it comes to damage.
right?
I learned that.
So if Ryoya picks something like that up, it does
Yeah,
stack with
Ryoya
Deso.
would be very good. It would also be very good on Lifestealer.
Yeah.
and this is something that you can actually test these things in Egg Hanem's Labyrinth. This is you can
Ekhanem.
you can see what the high in Apex is extremely high damage for the slot as well.
Yep. So it'd be great for Lifestealer,
Yep.
especially even
Is it
Snapfire
80 all
could pick that up.
stats? Is that-
80.
Or 80,
80 to
80,
primary
80
stat.
primary, yeah. Yes, I meant
So
primary.
Snapfire,
it's
well actually no,
75.
yeah, Snapfire would get a lot, especially with the little shredder talent that she did take. And she's about to hit 25, guys. This one is
The Shivas as well. That's a nice item.
ridiculously good.
Yeah, the healing
Very
reduction.
tanky grandma.
Healing reduction is super good too at this point in the game.
I do believe the next fight will be it. as Envy picks up a butterfly.
Let's just cross our fingers that that fight lasts.
Oh,
Oh, he's
Abyssal
right in.
Blade. Will they be able to get this kill? It's going to be close. They find the Treant Protector, but is that enough? He's just going to buy back into the
He's
game.
he's on the
Quinn
Void Spirit.
doing a nice job keeping things at bay here. Void Spirit pops the BKB. Yawar was chomping him quite nicely.
What's
Really
going
has to
on?
go back to base. I think Team Zero needs to try and reset here, but Envy doesn't have that in his vocabulary. Moonlight Shadow is applied. Now they're attempting to run away. Is there no vision here? I guess not. Snapfire ult is coming in. Envy wants to fight. He sees red. That means fight. Now trying to run. This guy doesn't have his driver's license. That's for damn sure. Another Spectral Dagger. Looks like they want to reset. Brax hits one with the Burrow Strike. Arrow just flies right through, though. There's the big overgrowth. SVG hasn't used that the entire fight, apparently. Quinn back in his ult farm. You're seeing the value of this level 25 talent. Brax looks to be dead, though. Does have buyback available.
Come on, guys.
They're
Stall
just
it out
chipping
for
away at
2 more
MSS
minutes.
very slowly.
2 more minutes. Do not tease us like this, guys. Do not do it.
This happens quite a bit where it's a big tease, right?
I know. That's why I'm saying don't do it. Guys, just everyone go to the bathroom, take a break.
Has Ryoya...
Roche is up, but you can chill.
It doesn't feel like he's having the same impact now.
Yeah, the damage falls off on Void
Yeah,
Spirit.
it's getting to the late games.
Yeah, you need that other 25 talent.
It's not really not that good.
The big thing is that Lifestealer has the percent health as damage from his feast, which is just so important to his late game scaling.
Extremely important. I'm really glad that in this intense game you still find a way to make fun of me for that. Very good.
Yep, Jenkins did not know that, guys.
I actually hate you.
All right, this cannot be a free Roche if they want to try
the
to win
arrow!
this.
That's like a
does
5-second
connect.
arrow.
Pango, there's the Tombstone to start things out. Decay to follow. Snaking trying to deward as much as they can. As Roshan is really low right now. Quinn, he's in his ult farm inside the pit, but it's really not doing that much right now.
This is an Arcane Rune Pango ulti.
Oh,
What the hell is
Envy,
on
of
this?
course,
trying to see-
inside
are you
the
serious?
pit. Quinn, he's gonna pop
Envy.
BKB. Envy, the Aegis.
The
Who takes
creep!
it?
Denied!
Denied by
Denies the
Lilith!
Aegis!
There's still going to be Agnum Scepter and a Refresher Shard in there somewhere along with the Cheese. Quinn very, very low. Pops the BKB now on the run along with Yawar. The Abyssal Blade used on Lelis. They seem to be focusing him quite often. They will finally get this kill. Does have buyback, a huge overgrowth. There's a Snapfire ult. Can they get the bash?
Yeah, this
MSS
procced.
finally gets canceled his ult. As it looks like he's being focused by Ryoya in the back. This could be a dieback potentially on one of these heroes if they're not careful. So possibly want to reset. Quinn taking a lot of damage in the meantime. Didn't he just die?
No, he's been alive this whole
no
time.
idea.
Lincoln gets popped. Finally, he will go down. Does have buyback. Will expend it immediately.
Lelis.
Snapfire looks to be dead. Does have buyback as well. Will expend it as well. Now, Lifestealer being completely focused.
Stop
the
it, Radiant.
are more
Stop
than
it.
enough. Double kill for Ryoya.
Guys.
Divine Rapier drops
20
into the game
seconds,
again.
just wait!
Go
Damn
jungle,
you!
for God's sake!
God, go to the jungle!
Go
you
jungle,
bastards!
please!
Eternal Envy!
No, 10 seconds.
Oh my
100
God!
seconds, no Viper. This is 5 versus 4.
Yawar needs that rapier. I don't know if he has money for
They
another
might
one.
go for Megas.
He's going for a BKB.
MKB now online
Go
for
hit
Quinn.
some newts, guys.
Get Megas and go
60
Newts.
minutes.
Get Megas,
Megas
and go Newts.
and newts.
I actually think they will do that because they're not strong enough to go for the throne right now.
And you can, and just by doing this, you have enough map control to prevent them from getting the tier 5.
Yes,
That's just
exactly. This is actually the
completely
play.
dumpsters them. But Quinn, they're trying to disrupt this
What
as
is
much
this
as they
play?
can. Yawar,
Stop
Abyssal
it!
Blade applied.
Let them hit the newts.
Do they have enough damage to actually finish him off? Not even remotely
Oh my
close.
God.
Quinn's ult is already expended. There's the Burrow Strike onto the Lifestealer. He's going to get Cookie to safety. Quinn pops the BKB. Basher does connect. MSS, no right-click item, so his little Shredder's not really doing that much as Ryoya. They're able to get the dieback onto the tree. This looks very good for
the
Team
gobble!
Zero as they
The
might
gobble!
be up 2-0
The
in this
newts!
best-of-5 finals.
You
for
bastards!
God's sake, kill the Noose before
The
you
bastards!
win. For God's sake!
Oh my God!
Jesus!
People are
Gaben.
going to see the duration of this game, and they're going to look for the tier 5 items, and this is what they're going to see, guys.
Oh my goodness, what a game. So many back and forth fights. I had literally no idea what was going on the entire game. Not going to lie, guys. But that was entertaining to say the least. As you can see, we are exhausted. But that is 2-0 Team 0.
I'm tilted.
I actually forgot that was game 2.
All right, no comment. This is the worst panel I've ever been on. But with that in mind, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to reset, and we're going to come back for game 3 very shortly. Jesus.